Silent footsteps haunting me. I used to think the worst thing about living alone in a remote cabin was the silence, until last night, when I learned it's what you hear in the silence that really matters. I'd returned from a day of ice fishing to see neat, fresh footsteps trailing across the pristine snow behind my cabin. I figured it was a stray dog or maybe a fox, curious about the scent of my catch. The prints circled a woodpile, doubled back, then crept right up to my front door. I shrugged it off, telling myself animals sometimes get bold in the winter. But when I stepped outside with my flashlight, the tracks weren't like any animal I'd seen. Too long, too narrow, and with an odd, dragging pattern between each step. My breath fogged in the air as I followed the trail around the side of the cabin, but the steps just vanished under the window of my bedroom. I shivered, convincing myself it was just melting snow or poor light playing tricks on my eyes. That night, as the wind howled and rattled the loose window panes, I kept replaying the image of those prints in my head. Around 2 a.m., I woke to a soft crunching sound, like footsteps on fresh snow, but muffled, coming from inside the house. Heart pounding, I reached for the heavy flashlight by my bed and crept down the narrow hallway. The boards were icy against my bare feet, and the darkness pressed in, thick and absolute. As I neared the kitchen, I could still hear the soft, deliberate steps, but now they were coming from behind me, from my own room. I spun around, shining my light into the gloom, but saw nothing except the trembling beam on the floor. That's when I noticed it, the faint outline of wet footprints, matching the ones outside, leading straight to the edge of my bed. There were no prints going away. And as I stood frozen, the footsteps stopped, but I could feel a cold breath on the back of my neck, close enough to make me realize I was never really alone in the silence.